Okay, so which one of these things did not actually happen to Jbird over his very eventful weekend? Did he get scratched by a random cat with mange?
Random cat, Virginia.
Just out of nowhere. Cat meow meow.
At your house?
I will. Well, if I answer questions, then you kind of.
I know she wants to ask you all
ruin
these
the
questions.
game.
Yeah,
she wants to.
I'm just
Because
researching.
I'm dumb enough to answer them.
Where's Keller the cat? Did he call 911? Did he try playing pickleball for the very first time? Did he find out that his friend actually got somebody else to design their kid's fort when he was first asked to do it? Did he watch 5 Stephen King movies on Sunday, a little Stephen King movie marathon? Or did a KVJ Nationer send him weed edibles at his house through the mail?
There's a lot there to unpack.
I hope the cat scratch didn't happen, but I feel like it did.
Okay.
Oh, look at that bandage.
It did happen.
Wow.
What the heck, man?
I am feeding my sister's cat right now, and I'm taking care of it, but I feed it outside, and there's this other cat that we don't know. I don't know who it is, and it is a mean cat.
Oh, no.
And when I feed the one cat, it tries to. At first, I thought it was a loving cat. It was meowing. It looked hungry.
It tricked you.
It did, and I gave it a little bit of food because I felt bad for it, and I tried to kind of pick it up because it was kind of blocking the area, and it was getting in the way of the other cat, and I went to pick her up or him up, and it scratched my arm.
Dang.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And I'm trying to take a picture of this cat so you all can see it. It's got a look of evil.
Ooh.
But I think it's hungry.
Sinister cat?
I think it's hungry, and it's a street cat. I think it's hungry, and I think it just doesn't know any better. And it is just, it's got a look to it.
Okay.
If I was to ever do a scary haunted movie with cats, that'd be the lead star.
Really? Okay.
It's just got a look.
Nasty cat, huh?
Yeah, it scratched me. And I know if you get scratched by a cat, it can lead to many, many different issues.
Yeah, it can.
We'll monitor it.
How do you feel? Any fever?
What? I feel perfect.
Okay.
I feel fine, other than my arm hurts.
Okay. Okay, let me see. The other things going on here. Calling 911.
I hope that happened. That's dramatic and juicy. What happened?
It ain't that juicy, and it's not that dramatic.
No.
No, I held down my phone,
Oh.
and I didn't
okay.
realize I was holding
Yeah.
it down because I had 17 other things in my hand. This is about 1 o'clock in the morning. And all of a sudden, I hear somebody from, hello, 911,
Hello?
blah, blah, blah.
Dispatch.
I'm like, "Ah!" And I
done
hung
that.
up the phone because I didn't know what to do.
Oh, no, you don't do that.
They called back immediately.
Yeah, because
Oh,
they
wow,
think
yeah.
that you've been taken hostage and you're
Yeah.
not allowed to talk.
And I tried to sound so not suspicious, which made me sound so suspicious. Like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm not getting murdered.
Yeah, right.
But I did have a question about that. Are they able to trace the cell phone? A lot of the murder specials I watch, they can get in the area, they can't get a direct location. Has modern technology caught up to that yet?
I don't know.
I thought we were still where they had to ping the towers and they can triangulate your location, but it's still a guesstimation.
Yeah, you can get the general area.
Yeah.
So, wow. You wonder when they're going to get to that technology, when they're able to, Virginia's calling 911 from the woods and they know specifically where you're calling from.
I think the woods is tricky.
We'll never get to that point.
I don't know. I think the more rural it is, the harder it is for them to triangulate.
But triangulating in the future, I'm just saying.
What's tricky is when you watch a movie and they're tracing somebody's call, it shows a red dot and they're right there.
Right.
Yeah.
Is that real?
No.
And that's what kind of throws you off because you're like, oh, wait, so what is it? Does a red dot pop up on their screen and that's exactly where you are?
Can you trace people or not? In the woods.
Isn't your sister do that?
Yeah, but for 911,
Yeah.
that's a great question as far as specifics. Can you go?
Can she see if we call from a cell phone where we are?
Great question.
A dispatcher just texted in. They said, we can get subscriber information and we do have some tracking available, but it depends upon your carrier.
So when does the 911 dispatcher go, all right, this guy called 911. He hung up. Then we called, and he still sounded suspicious. Is he being hostage, or are we just taking him for his word? They took me for my word. I never heard from him again.
I'm sure a lot of people do that by mistake. It's so easy to do with these cell phones.
What a dumb feature, I feel like.
I know. It's a
kind of
little too
dumb-
sensitive.
I don't like that feature. It's stupid, no?
It's
Yeah.
too easy for you to accidentally call 911 because I've done it too.
I understand why they would want it because, look, if you are being accosted, it may be very difficult to be like, okay, hold on real quick. 911. So I
Will
do.
you stop kicking my butt real quick?
Hold on, let me get my phone code in.
Hold on. Wait a second. Hold on. Oh, of course. It's taking a second. Hold on. Yeah, so I do get why they do, but
You're
yeah,
right.
it can easily be, something that gets you.
You got a couple drinks in you, and then it's late, and then you're carrying 19 different things.
Including a cat that doesn't want to be held. The cat's scratching you. I hope you didn't watch a bunch of Stephen King because that's boring.
That is the thing that I'm lying about.
I got it. Good, because that's boring.
I don't think it's boring, but I didn't do. That's a lot. That's a lot of Stephen King on a Sunday.
Okay, so you got some weed edibles through the mail too, huh?
I did. A random listener from out of state sent me some stuff.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Through the mail, y'all.
You're not supposed to do that.
What's the ramification of the person that gets it, who didn't ask for it? It just shows up at your door.
I don't think for getting on, if it's something like that, because otherwise, you know what you would do? You just get a whole bunch of weed, you mail it to somebody, and you call the feds and be like, yeah, they got a bunch of weed on their place.
You're right. Send them
Yeah.
up the river.
Yeah. So I think they'd have to prove that there was some intent. It'd make you look suspicious, and they would try to maybe make sure that you're not dealing or anything like that. But
Yeah, it's one of those problems where I kind of now every time there's a car that goes by, I'm like, do they think there's an operation here?
I think you're okay with just a couple edibles.
Yeah, well, you start getting paranoid after you take one.
the thing that's got people spun around here, so your friend got somebody else to design their kid's fort?
Guess how I found out?
You went over there and saw it.
Nope, on social media. I know.
That burns.
It does burn. They got another friend to do it.
Oh, man.
It's done already.
Really?
Wow.
Yes.
They got a mover and a shaker and a doer, huh?
Well,
That guy worked quick.
I told them the idea that I had, and I guess they didn't like it. They said they liked it, but
So what was the idea again?
it was gonna because the kid that with the fort loves cheeseburgers, and I had a whole design on a cheeseburger fort, which I think would have been cool. And
Sounds expensive.
they seemed like they liked it, but
Yeah.
I was a couple weeks ago, and now they got a new fort.
And how does the new fort look, and what did they do with it? Has it got a theme?
No theme, but it looks nice.
Yeah.
It's just a basic,
It's
regular
basic.
fort.
There's no theme, and then I talked to the people that wanted me to do it, and they're like, "Well, I know you're busy, and I know you're doing your Halloween movie, and blah blah blah." I'm like, "Dog, I was ready to absolutely donate my time and be a part of this cheeseburger fort."
You weren't ready quick enough.
I guess
That
not.
other guy swooped in and took your gig.
He's a better friend, I guess. He's just a better human. His craftsmanship was better too. He's just better, Virginia.
Yeah. Just executes it well, huh?
I suck.
Aw.
You know what though? I'm gonna make myself a cheeseburger fort.
Oh, a cheeseburger sounds so good.
There's a way to do it that makes it look really cool.
Yeah, okay. Just got to do it the right way, huh?
It'll take a little time. And Virginia's right. It's probably not the cheapest of forts.
It sounds very expensive.
Yeah.